Hi, and welcome to Tech Talk, the Banker's video series on everything fintech. I'm Joy McKnight, Technology Editor at The Banker, and I'm here at Cyber London, otherwise known as Cylon, which is a cyber accelerator in the heart of London. I'm joined by Tim Sadler, who's CEO of CheckRecipient. Thanks so much for joining us today, Tim.
No problem at all.
So can you tell me how CheckRecipient uses machine learning and artificial intelligence really to stop sensitive email, like leaving a company via email?
Yeah, absolutely. So unlike lots of other rule-based email security products on the market, CheckRecipient ingests and analyzes historical email data and then applies machine learning to that data to develop an understanding of the conventional email sending patterns and behaviors within an organization. And then, like other cybersecurity platforms, what we're looking for are anomalies on outgoing emails that would insinuate that the content or the email being sent to somebody is inappropriate for that person.
In a recent CheckRecipient blog, you posed the question about whether the startup could prevent the data leakage around the Clinton email scandal. What was your verdict?
Yeah, so I think what we're focused on today is inadvertent human error in emails being sent. From my understanding of the Clinton email scandal, there was really the breach of an email server. It is certainly something that falls within the world of email security, and it may be something that we look at down the road in terms of our product roadmap. But we did think it was fascinating in terms of just highlighting how vulnerable something is, something that feels as safe as email normally does really is. But at the moment we are fully focused on preventing human error on emails.
So how do you think that the EU General Data Protection Regulation, which is coming into effect next year, how will that sort of create a greater focus on email security?
Yeah, so at the moment, it may surprise some people to know that actually misaddressed emails are currently the #1 digital data security incident reported to the Information Commissioner, who's the regulator of data and data protection within the UK. I think the shift to GDPR is going to have significant impact there, mainly because we move to a mandatory breach reporting framework, and also the fines increase enormously. So fines at the moment in the UK can be as high as £500,000, whereas under GDPR, fines could be as high as 2 to 4% of global turnover. So we'd say that it's a big change that's coming, and actually statistically, this is the highest probability according to the current statistics with the ICO.
You recently raised $2.7 million. Did you face any specific challenges, or do you have any advice that you could provide other startups that are looking to fundraise?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that the thing that people often forget when they're fundraising, there's an inherent focus on the product or the innovative solution that they're delivering. I think so much of it comes down to team and people. So you should really be proud to show off the founders. Who are they? What are their backgrounds? What were they doing before the startup? And actually, crucially, why did they decide to take a career change and actually start the company themselves? So I always tell founders that are going through their first round of funding that I think a narrative or a story is really important. And actually, I think early stage investing, the data is so minimal. You have only a few clients, you might only have a little bit of revenue. Actually, investors have to go a lot more on their kind of gut feel, but also it's aided by the story and the journey that you've been on so far.
Okay, and you were a part of the previous Cylon cohort. What did you learn from your experience, and sort of what did the whole program give to your company? Yeah,
Cylon was immensely helpful for us. I'd say it was one of the most game-changing things that we did as a company. Cybersecurity is a small world in terms of the people that are involved, but it's also not the easiest. It's not the easiest sort of group to break into. And Cylon was a really great facilitator of introductions, networking and connections to other people. And I'd say that the key thing I learned on the program, and I think the program teaches really well, is actually technology is sort of only half it's only half of the solution when thinking about cybersecurity. You've got to convince companies, or you've got to convince users to adopt your product. And that's something that we've always focused really hard on from the beginning, which is, it's great that we're creating this solution, but actually who's going to use it and who's going to pay for it.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Tim.
Thank you very much.